Welcome. For this practice, it will be helpful to have a blanket or 2 blocks for supported fish pose and a strap or something like that to help you catch your big toe and reach your feet. So we're going to start with this restorative yoga pose called supported fish. You can just lie on your back with your knees bent, easy peasy. If you'd like a gentle way to create an uplift behind your heart and your thoracic spine, is to lie with a soft edge of a blanket underneath that area. So it's going to cross your shoulder blades, not be too intense, not too high. Although you can customize it, you can roll up your blanket. So we'll give plenty of time to kind of check in and see. And what we get here is a big opening of our heart center and are held in a back bend, fully supported spine, low back stable. See how that is. You can change the position of your legs as you like. I'm going to come out and do the block demonstration. If you know this one or you like a deeper back bend, 2 blocks, one under your shoulder blades, one under your head. From seated, lower to your elbows, carefully work your way in. Use your hands to position the block under your scapula, and then use your hands again to support your head. Feel free to come out of the pose at any time. This is your practice. So starting with a lying down pose, try to relax what you can. You can have your knees together and your feet on the floor. All these different ways. So you can let your hips open as well if you want to try the cross legs pose. Or just rest here for a minute. Let your body be still. Rest your hands. Rest your heart. Your mind. Even busier than your hands and your heart, moving so fast. Let the threads of breath flow through your nose, your body. Waves of air, ribbons. Just let the breath be nice and deep. You don't have to organize it or anything, just let it be full. Let yourself rest. You want to change sides if you have an asymmetrical leg position. Go back into your stillness meditation. And let's add another element for the brain and the energetic body is adding the sound for the heart center, the heart chakra, where we have energy. You don't have to know a lot about the chakras to feel that there's an energy center there, to know that something we can sense, be in touch with. And that sound is yan. And just think Y-A-N, yan. Or to add a little sound to it if it feels nice to you to do that. The sound of the heart chakra, yan. About 10 more breaths. So you know where you are. That means you can relax a lot longer. Move awareness to our breath for a few rounds, just the movement of the rib cage. Feel your body as you breathe. Draw your breath into your rib cage. Inhale and exhale. All directions. Breathe in the back, sides, and front. Even a little bit up and down. And start to finish your exhales into your navel center. Create a toning, light toning energy. Uddiyana Bandha. Navel towards the spine. And that is connected to your pelvic floor and the gentle uplift of Mula Bandha. They are connected to each other. So practice whichever one you feel comes to you most easily, and the other one that will facilitate the other one. Now just feel the quality of doing those actions in your pelvis, that sense of grounding into your center, into your root chakra, the elemental chakras of the lower body. One more time, breathe deeply. Stretch out your hands, spread your fingers, stretch your arms, wrists. Mindfully coming off your support, coming back to that elbow position, coming out, and then head back to our back body. So do the blocks is pretty deep, so come off it easily. Bring your knees to your chest as a counter pose. Weigh them in your arms. Maybe try crossing ankles. Now we're grounding the back of the heart after that uplift. Change the cross if you've done your ankle crossing. Change the hand hold. Try to balance things. And learn to hold on to your hands without putting undue pressure on your joints. Hold gently. One more time, breathing out. Lying down, twist of your choice. Let's do that, a cat stretch. Easy knees one way, head the other, and taking the arm that's on the same side as your legs. You can do either side first. Bring it to your torso somewhere to touch your heart or your belly. Just feel your breathing. 5 deep breaths. You could really arrange your twist into the one that feels most beneficial to your body in this moment. Your body gets this message that you're in control, you're paying attention. Other side, slowly change. So I was pushing out my ribs a little bit to deepen that stretch. Do what you feel good with as far as hips, rib cage, knee position. Oh yes, hand to the torso, breathing, felt and sensed. The gentle warmth of your body. All the pulsing inside. Breathe out once more. Return to center. Bring your knees in again. And rock up. You can cross. So this momentum driven rock up, just do it if it feels safe, or go up to one side. Throw your feet away and hold on for the ride. Coming up into easy pose. A moment to refine your seat. Fingertips together in the gesture of harmonizing the brain, the body. Sitting tall, relax your shoulders. Really nice to come to this after we've already come into our practice. So we arrive in our seat, connected to our breathing and our bodies. Breathe out, seal your hands, lift the heart center a little bit, drawing your shoulder blades together down your back. Inhale. And release. Let's do the seated side bend. Over to the left side, palm facing out. Ubhaya Mudra. Stretch that line of energy. Shoulders off the ears. Upward face. One more deep breath. Slowly exhale, coming down. Fingers on the floor, inhale, sit tall. And exhale, second side, up and over. To your own degree, each shape. So the exhale is grounding into your belly center. Helps you use your abdominal muscles to support your pose. In this side bending position, feel that strength in your sides, supported by a strong front and back. One more breath in. Wait for it. When you're ready, breathe out, come down. Breathe in, sit tall. Good. Malasana. Feet together, knees apart. Just pop my hips in closer with my arms, or you can bring your feet closer to your body, holding the knees. Step one, just turning down your inner feet. And this gives us a rounded spine and forwardness. Reach yourself through, add the arm reaching if you would like. Stop where it feels sweet in your body today. Palms press or the draped behind. Head down, 5 breaths. Be with the quality of each position. Be absorbed by it. One more time. Breathing out completely. And release. You can transition to standing, maybe coming into a squat, separating your feet. Use your knuckles to come up. Just be careful of your knees. No force, no hurting. Ahimsa, non-harming. Standing forward, fold, ragdoll style. Just drape yourself down. Uddiyana Bandha. Find it here. Do fold over it. Stand up using the strength of your legs and roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands to your heart. Only change what is necessary. And let's take about 5 breaths here. Quiet, centering, bring your energy inward, your senses inward. Arrange your body. So that you have arrived. Very nicely. Hope that you can find that wonderful turning inward in this practice. It's not checking out, it's dropping in. Time for some sun love. So part of that stillness is gathering the energy for the practice ahead of us. 3 Surya Namaskara A and 1 B. And I think we can do more than that, but let's start with that today. Work with the energy of springtime, the rising energy. Breathe in, reach up. Slow breaths. Gaze up as well. Breathe out, fold forward. Let your body do the things it needs to do to safely come in. You may bend your knees. Hands down, head down. Half lifting pose doesn't need to be a big movement. I like to ready my hands if you have them on the floor. If not, breathe out, bend your knees, bring your hands down. Right leg back, left leg back. elbows bent. Inhale, arms straight, upward dog. A little forward in the shoulders, not too much rolling back. Downward gaze. Downward dog, flip your feet, pike up, step in, and hang your head down. So minimize your adjustments on your body. If you land where you belong, you don't have to refine anything. So only try to take out any unnecessary movement. Exhale, weight back into the legs, bend them deeply, look forward, step or hop forward and straighten your legs to half lift. Slow breath out, hold in. Bend your knees to use the strength of your legs and rise up. Reach up, very nice, and exhale. So we can find these places where we can rest. Some of the poses are stronger. Some of them are softer. Second one, breathe in, reach up. Lift the plane of your face towards the sun. Gratitude. Breathe out, fold forward. Let your hands come apart at some point and land somewhere down low. Halfway lift, a little forward energy. Come to the balls of your feet. Look forward a little bit and then bend your knees. Other leg back first, if you remember. Plank, elbow bent. Breathing out, that's it. And then upward dog, slowly breathe in. Careful with shoulders and low back. Downward dog through table if you like. Breathing out and staying for 5. Just move your hips side to side for a moment. Feel that lengthening of your low back in this pose. Sides. And drop your head, breathe out. Come forward, breathing in. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, stand up. You know exactly what's coming. You can just use it as a meditation. Last one. Ready to breathe in? Match the movement with the breath. Your own wonderful body, full of miracles, able to do these things. Doing your best. Third position, half lift, that forward feeling. And then we go back. Elbow bend, just a little mini chaturanga. Upward facing dog, strong and straight. Downward gaze. Legs, feet flip over, downward dog, rest. Last breath out. Inhale, come forward. Straighten your legs and your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Rush that one a little bit. And exhale down into the sides of your body. Pause and feel for a moment. Born, open, strong. Aligned with the energy of the sun. And then the B variation, just one more time. Bend your knees, reach your arms, Utkatasana. So you can have your feet hip distance or together, knees together only if your toes are together. In and reach, just one breath, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, elbow bend. Upward dog, breathing in. Downward dog, just one breath. Step your right foot forward, angle your back heel, stand up into warrior A. Bring up your arms, little deviation by staying for 5 breaths. We did all that to get here. And 5. Flow through, or just go to downward dog. 1 breath, and then the other foot steps forward, angle the heel. So learning to step from downward dog into warrior A, squaring the hips, upward reach, 5 breaths. Remember to lift your back rib cage, so it's not like you're going crunching back, but everything's lifting. Except your shoulders and your hips and your feet. Rib cage lifts. Exhale, hands down. Flow through to down dog, or just go to down dog. Work with yourself. We put some energy in and we get some energy out. 5 breaths resting. If you like a little movement here, stretching your calf muscles or moving your hips around, be free. And then settle into stillness. 1 more breath. Focus on the lengthening of your spine, the heart reaching down. Bring your legs forward, half lift. Breathe out, fold in. Utkatasana, standing up, fierce pose, bend your knees, reach your arms. Exhale when you're ready. Back into your center. Namaskar, float your hands, lift your elbows. And release. I look at triangle pose today for a little bit of extended time. If you would like, you could use a block for this pose. Not necessary though. So step to wide feet facing the right side of your mat. Wide parallel feet to start, about a leg's length apart. Look down with curiosity and try to figure what that math is. And then if you want to try a block, bring it over by your right foot, by your lower leg. So we're going to turn that leg out from the hip, knee, ankle, toes, all go straight to the back of the mat. Don't let your knee fall inward in this pose. Pause a moment and try to hug your muscles around your bones. Foundational. Spreading feet, lifting arches. Focus on the lower body. Breathe out 1 more time. Hold your center and lean over into the shape. So we're going to lengthen out to the side. So just turn sideways, you can see in case. So lengthening out to the side. You want to lift your lower line of ribs, your upper line of ribs, and so your spine is long. And then the lower hand below the knee, block, big toe, whatever you like. Keep our arms here for now. So if you have a tendency to want to drop your top hip, that's okay. We're trying to find an openness across the heart with the upward reach. Tailbone is heavy, so the low back is long. Press the back edge of your back foot. Face forward or up. So that muscles around the bones helps us feel stable and not do weird things to the rest of our body to be in the pose. 1 more breath. And this is my always cue is the navel in. Let's bring the hands to the waist again, coming up with that awareness. Fingers can remind your core muscles. Okay, let's try the other side. If you use your block, bring it over. And facing the front of your mat. Look down and turn your hip, knee, ankle, and toes all the way to the front of your mat. It is okay to angle your back heel a little bit. We just stand with the awareness of the legs, hands on your legs for some feedback. Just try to activate your muscles. Pressing your feet. Strong foundation. As part of this experience, add a little tail tuck energy. Know yourself. If you always need that, always think of it. You train your body to do it as you come in. Now the heading over part, legs firm, reaching out, standing long. And as you're ready, come down without a lot of weight. Block's actually pretty low, so stay to your shin if it feels too low. Reaching up. So there's this radiating from the belly center, and in that place we are holding the sacrum and tailbone in balance, the uplift in the pelvic floor and low belly. So everything's coming from that center in the upper body. Gaze forward or try some upward face if you'd like. 2 more breaths, last one. And release your hands to your pelvis. Firm legs, rise. Step your way out and pause a moment, Pranayama. And exhale, relax. Let me know what you got. Let's also look at revolved triangle. So block if you want one, if you have it, by your left foot. We'll start with Parsvottanasana, right leg back, straight leg stance, space both ways, so you feel balanced. And let's do that same foundation finding. Refine your feet until you find a steady stance, and then ask your muscles to firm. Roll your shoulders inward, knuckles together, fingertips, hands pressing, come up your back to any degree without harming yourself. You get a heart lift and a forward fold. Muscles firm, slowly go forward and down. Remember, it is okay to bend your front knee, but if you don't need to, then you keep that straight line of energy, that triangle kind of energy. Lift your elbows, more triangles there, head down. See if there's anything you can soften here. Breathing out. Rise up, breathe in. Release your arms and like we're circles after that one. This feels like a nice way to finish that. Seal your hands, breathe out. We'll do a preparation and then a revolved triangle, build on it so you have a chance to stay at a halfway point. Big reach with your right arm. Reach, 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 shoulder reaching, creating a huge line, and then the same forward fold we just did. Reach that arm long and come around to your shin. Stack your other hand and lengthen through your spine. Feel how your low back is flat here. So our twist is above that. It's not a low back twist. The rotation comes in the thoracic spine and cervical spine. So open out to your own degree. You can use your block. Don't overdo it. Keep your low back flat. Firm legs. Just one more breath. Follow exhale energy, come down. Inhale, stand up. It's a lot. This is hard work in the body. It's very strong. Other side. With practice, though, it does become easier. Find your stance. Firm your legs. Glutes too. All of this lower body, we want it to be active. Parsvottanasana, dive your shoulders in, come together. Breathe in, long spine. So we do that same lengthening before we go forward as we do in the revolved triangle, forward and down to your own degree, 5 breaths. Last exhale. Press your feet, firm legs to rise up. So strong. And release your arms. The revolved triangle. Without further ado, big stretch. Same forward fold. Just a different arm position. Ground. Explore openness or stay with both hands on your shin. Just find that lengthening. Remember to keep your low back flat here. So if you brought your hand to your sacrum, just be nice and level, pelvis stable. A little right hip back, left hip forward. 4, breathe deeply one more time. Breathe out, release your twist. And breathe in, rising up. Let it be. All that information is part of you now. Let's flow side to side a little bit in the side to side lunge flow. So step to the center of your mat. And either way, facing, step one leg out, bend your knee, press off, step back. 5 rounds. Press and step. So slow down and accelerate. Dynamic. To your own degree, wherever your hands feel good. Give them somewhere to be though. And one more time this way. And let's come over to the first side for a hold for 5 breaths. Come to your own degree, use blocks, or stay on your bed leg. Let your neck hang, be long. Stretching that inseam. Breathe out again, and just walk yourself over to the other side, not needing to come through that center stance. Return up to center, up to star pose, easy reach. Shoulders grounded. Radiating correctly. One more time. Follow your own out breath. Float down your arms. Bring your heels out to the wide parallel feet pose and come down slowly. You can bend your knees. It's about long spine. Holding your ankles or your big toes. Reach the top of your head towards the floor and hollow your belly up towards your spine. One more breath. Halfway lift, breathing in. Breathe out. Come the rest of the way up slowly. And you step back to the top section. Let's see warrior B, and then we'll finish. That'll finish standing for us. So step out right leg, big huge step back, hip side, chest side, bend your knee. Try to come as low as you can with your knee over your ankle. And sweep out, gaze forward for 1. Economize your adjustments. Try to take care of that and then hold steady. Breathing out, breathing in, change your legs to the other side and breathe out. Drop in. Last exhale. Mula Bandha, rise up and make your way back to the top section. Making your way down to the floor. Leave your fingers, press up, gaze up. Release your hands, step your feet to hip distance and slowly fold forward. So there's a lot of work in the pelvis and legs. So do come slowly into this forward fold. And let us stay here, our position of choice. I've gone around the outside of my legs and just I'm holding the back of my ankles or lower calves. You want to try that one? Help bring yourself in. Remember to just be where you are and not judge your shape. Let it feel correct. Breathe out one more time. Bend your knees. Anjaneyasana, right leg coming back. Have a moment if you need to spread your blanket under your knees for this kneeling position. We will do another one as well. Come on out and down. Forward knee towards the toes. Lengthening hip flexor. And you can practice like reverse warrior here, up and back with one arm. Grounding your other hand or have it on your psoas line. Concentration. Exhale. And inhale. Complete. Bring your leg out to the side, Parigasana. So you can support with your arms or just to bring your leg out. Up and over this time, palm facing towards you. With your chest towards the sky, your heart and your eyes. 5 breaths. And not to strain your neck, so if forward gazing is better for you, that's fine. Your head is supported by your navel center. Exhale. Last one. Slow breath in. Changing sides, Anjaneyasana. You can use your hands if you need. Find the spacing. Pay attention to your low back, keeping your tail tucked under. Bring out your knee. Reverse. Downward eyes. Very nice. One more breath and then a strong push into that front foot to release back to center. Parigasana, second side, gate pose. Palm facing you as you come up and over. Both feet. The solidness in your center. And balancing in breath and out breath. One more exhale. Breathe in and slowly come out. Practice the threading the needle version of wide child's pose. You might spread some cushion if you would like. Just think about trying to come and practice with me. Wide knees, child's pose, sinking back to any degree. Come easy down the center. You can stay in center. And I'll show this since we have blankets today. One way to support this pose is to give your shoulder and head a place to rest as you thread the needle. To your own degree, 5 deep breaths. Try to soften now. Coming into the quieter part of practice. Rest your eyes. Feel your breath slow down. And one more time. Slowly come out of the rotation. Open out. Release. Make sure your legs are okay. Your hips don't have to be down. They can be anywhere in space that works. So this is I'm giving myself a little head support. If you feel like your neck needs some support in this pose or just comfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press your hand into the earth, release, and open out with the other arm. And release. Bring your legs together one at a time and sit down. Cross your ankles and sit. Bring out your legs and point your toes. Come to heart lifting pose or lifting up to Purvottanasana. So stretching out our front body. Fingers are forward, elbows hug in, lift, maybe take your head back. Just one more breath. And lower down. Slowly, one at a time, bend your knees, bring your feet together, and let's turn the wrists so your fingers face away and come to easy lean back, upper body, to work on a bound ankle pose without the bind, without holding on to it. Just lean back, give yourself some space in your hips. Press your heels, open your feet. Lift your heart, gaze down, 5 breaths. Trying to relax your legs into the position. Use your brain. Communicate. Once more. And then stretch out one leg at a time. Stay lifted out of your shoulders. Don't collapse there. To Upavishta Konasana, the wide fold, just like our wide stance, or my feet turn in, just like standing, active. Stay in your easy lean back. You can make it comfortable. Gaze down. Wide legs. It's fine if your knees bend, you know. Exhale one more time. Feel that energy draw into the navel center. And that helps protect your back here as you carefully come up. Let's do a side bend out towards the right leg. So both hands can go reaching. This is one place where if you have a strap or something to help lengthen your reach, you can give yourself some support. And the other arm can be on the ground. It's a nice support actually to have it in front of you. Don't worry about reaching with both arms. The deepest side bend. Let it gently stretch, not too much. Exhale. And the slow release from side bending. Relax your legs and feet, shake it out a little bit. And then reactivate your feet. So that's going to activate your leg muscles here. You want to try that loop. Arm in front, come over, side bending. Think extended side ankle pose here, where you have that leaning and twisting of the torso towards the sky. Concentrate deeply and breathe deeply. One more time. Navel in, carefully release, and onto center. Bring your legs together. And time to come down. Have strap supports ready. Resist your lie down. And for this next couple of poses, you want to use your blanket under your head for some support and cushioning. Especially if you have a tendency for your chin to lift up high. Stop where you can reach it. Let's reset the pelvis, lift your hips, come on down. Figure four pose. Come on in if you know this one. Straight leg up, bend your knee out to the side. Carefully come to your ankle above the knee. So if you need more space for your hip, you don't want to force your hips into this position. Just bring your leg lower, all fine. Keep the top foot bright. And then bring your foot close enough to you, and that can be continuing to bring it in until you have a nice release of your piriformis, the outer hip and glute area. With care, find that sweet spot. We'll breathe 5 times. Very slowly, inhaling second time. Exhaling. In the practice, we can generate bliss, a state of calm awareness. Slowly, one more time. And releasing from this side with care. Check in with the other side. Meet it where it is. Stay resting open. Bring it in if it feels nice. Customized for this side of your body. Use your hands to hold your legs or just to give some feedback, and that sense of touch can help you pay attention. Now that you're here, slow down your breath. Relax your eyes. Just let a little light in. Maybe see the shape of things around you, but not really the details. One more time, breathe deeply. And slowly come out. Release and turn out your toes for the hip releaser, the windshield wiper movement, that side to side. Just feel your hips internally and externally rotate, and you can bring your arms out for support and enjoy your own flow from side to side. It does lift you into a spinal twist the further over you go. But focus on that, releasing from that compression around your hips. Let us come over to the right side with both knees. Just let them fall over. So you're on the outside edge of your right foot and the inside edge of your left foot. Optional is to pick up your left foot and bring it in like to a half lotus. You bring your foot above your other leg and let the hip drop out. Optional. One more breath out. Release with care from where you are. And windshield wipers, second side. Maybe taking that back foot and bringing, guiding your outer foot to your leg, dropping your knee to your own degree. Don't force it. And it's optional. Breathe 5 times. Actually targeting iliacus. Connected is kind of where the psoas is, but it wraps the inside of the bowl, the pelvis. One more time. Breathe deeply. Release with care. Come back to center. Ananda Balasana, or 2 knees in. Just where do you feel good going with this work? Find quietness in your hands and your face. and 5. Release, bring down your feet. Supta Padangusthasana, the big toe pose. So if you have your strap, you can use it for this today, or you can just hold onto your leg or reach your big toe. Let's do the left leg first. Work your extension around your foot, just comfortably on the top half of your foot somewhere, and hold on to it with the arm on the same side. So if you want to take your toe, you can do that. Or bend your knee, all fine. This helps you reach. Centered head, maybe the other leg straightens out and points the toes. Both sets of toes point. Exhale, sink your breath into your low belly. Inhale, lift your heart towards your leg. Try not to overdo the effort. It comes from low. You can use your arm for some support. You look at your arm muscles working. Just one more time. Slowly release the lift. And the variation out to the side. Keep your other leg grounded, or you can bring it in if you want to have the knee bent. Take care of your body. This should be therapeutic. This is good medicine for the low back, for the hips, the hamstrings. I hope that you can find a way to make it, let it feel good in your body. Turn your head the other way. Breathe 5 times. Mula Bandha, so that gathering into the center of the pelvic floor and up. Deep breath again. Head to center. You can help your leg. So build strength coming up and changing sides. Pop your other foot through, or do it in your own way. It's also fine. Second side. Is your left leg going to stay bent, or you want to stretch it out to some degree? Both toes, sets of toes point. Ground your left leg with your arm. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out. Sink that breath into your low belly. And from that place, lift your head off the floor. Four, one more breath, lift, exhale, lower. Out to the side, hold on, maybe bring your elbow down. Turn your head, ground your left leg, breathe 5 times. Point the toes. 5. Inhale, center, and release, bending your knee. We're finished with our extension prop. Bring your knees in one more time and bring them up above your sacrum. Hold on with your hands and circle both ways, little circles that round your sacrum. You can feel that triangular set of 5 fused bones. Those joints on either side. The pelvis articulates. It is not a fixed thing. Coming around the other direction. And let's rest. We'll finish with a little breath afterwards. I'll probably remember to do that. Come on out and rest. Keep your blanket under your head if that's feeling nice. One thing you can do with 2 blocks, a pair of blocks, is go underneath your knees, your legs, to give your knees a little lift. Arrange yourself so that your body can be open and still. Take away any distractions by just making sure you check in with everything. Scanning from below the legs and feet. All that hugging of the muscles. Now we do the opposite. Relax your muscles. No muscles. Thighs relax, glutes relax, pelvic floor, belly. With that invitation, let your breath come into your belly. It's calming, it's healing. Just finding that freedom there. Rest your shoulders towards the earth. No muscles. Sensing the resting of your bones. In April, the ponds open like black blossoms. The moon swims in everyone. There's fire everywhere, frogs shouting their desire, their satisfaction. What we know, that time chops at all of us like an iron hoe, that death is a state of paralysis. What we long for, joy before death, nights in the swale, everything else can wait, but not this thrust from the root of the body. What we know, we are more than blood, we are more than our hunger, and yet we belong to the moon. And when the ponds open, when the burning begins, the most thoughtful among us dreams of hurrying down into the black petals, into the fire, into the night where time lies shattered, into the body of another. Let's add a little bit of breath as we stay on our backs, just moving your breath in through the right and out the left and flow back and forth a few times. Just let your brain articulate your nose. A sense of balance. Maybe one more each way. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Swallow. Inhale deeply through both sides and let your arms stretch along your ears. Yes, reach down through your legs as well. So we give a little gentle back bend there, a little uplift. Roll to one side, curling in, or to use your momentum to rock up if you prefer. Pause. If it feels good on your side, sometimes you just want to get out of there and that's okay. Pause when you come back to where you feel good. And just sit in easy pose for a moment or two, and maybe weave your fingers in together in that gesture of new beginnings, always new beginnings. This present moment, a new beginning. Add some gratitude so that your body receives the practice and the information in the brain and the body, in the breath. And whatever we have generated, let it be shared with all. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you for joining me.